going to show you how to make gobi paranthas, and for gobi parantha you need grated cabbage, 1 chopped green chili because I like my parantha a bit spicy, so I'm going to put the whole chili in it. Now a little salt according to the amount of cabbage I have, so it's going to be just half a teaspoon probably. Little bit of red chili powder according to the thing, and a bit of coriander powder and amchur powder. And now I'm going to allow this, I'm going to mix it first, and then I'm going to allow it to rest so that it leaves all the water. The cabbage, grated cabbage, will leave water once you've added salt in it. So I mixed it. If you wish, you can also add fresh coriander leaves. That's it. Now I've mixed it and I'm going to let it rest till it leaves a little bit of its water. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make gobi parantha or cauliflower parantha. So I have taken some dough. I'm going to roll it nicely. The dough has to be a little more compared to your chapati. So here it is. Since it's sticking to my hand, I'm just going to put it in a little bit of a dry flour before I roll it out. And here it goes. If any time your dough sticks, then you can just put little dry flour on it so that it doesn't stick. So now you see, I'm rolling it out nicely. Yeah, this one's okay, not perfect, but fine. Now I'm going to add a little bit of ghee, just a little bit, because Punjabi paranthas cannot be complete if there's no ghee in it. You need to rub it right nicely all over. Now, as I showed you earlier, I've already grated my cauliflower, mixed whatever ingredients that were required with the chili, and optional is the coriander leaves. Now, before I put this in my dough roll, I'm going to take how much filling I want, and I'm going to squeeze it a bit, and you will see that there will be little water coming out of it. So I will squeeze it. I'm going to just take a little bit of it, and see, you can see there's water coming out. So we have to squeeze this. You can squeeze and keep in another vessel. We have to squeeze the mix before we put it in our dough. So I've squeezed it a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my dough. So how much ever I want. To note, there's a point to note that don't be hesitant, your hands are going to get dirty. So just warning, before you start cooking, make sure that you have washed your hands nicely with soap, because when you're doing this, your hands are going to get dirty, and I'm sure none of us want to eat germs. So I've already washed my hands before I started my cooking. So now you see I have done my filling. I'm just going to wash my hands before I get back. So I've washed my hands, and now I'm going to fold this in square because I like a square parantha. Like this. You can see my filling is getting all inside. Like this. And the little that is coming out goes like this. So yes. Nicely. Can you see it's nicely? I'm going to do it a little bit with the hand, and now I'm going to put a little bit of dry flour in it. This is what I like to do best, rather than hold the flour and put it on top. I just like to put it in the flour. Okay, now I'm going to roll it softly and gently. Yes. Believe me, I love gobi paranthas, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So now this is breaking up, so I'm going to just put a little dry flour because I know it's going to stick on my rolling pin. And then I'm going to turn it side, And go ahead and roll again. Nicely pat it. Again. Again. Till you get a nice paratha which is even on all sides. You have to make sure when you roll it's not thick and thin. Try to keep it as even as possible. You can see. That's it. I'm not going to roll further. This is all. You can see a bit of the gobi, the cauliflower, the chilies. That's it. Now my paratha is well nicely rolled. I'm going to, as I've already put my tawa on the gas and it's a bit hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my paratha on it. That's it. On a medium heat while it cooks. I have made, the tawa was hot because I had made chapatis earlier. The paratha. The tawa was already a bit hot since I made a few chapatis before I started making my paratha. So I'm going to wait till it gets cooked. You can see slightly the color of it is changing here. So once the dough color starts changing, you know your flour is getting cooked. You can see slowly the whole color everywhere, it's just spreading and changing. So yes, it's looking beautiful. I hope it's going to taste, I'm sure that it is going to taste nice. Now since I think all over it's cooked evenly, I'm going to try and turn it now. So how will you know whether it's cooked? So the other side, the underside, see, it has a free movement on my tawa. So this shows that my flour on the other side is cooked properly. So I'm going to flip it. Yes, you can see there's a lot of browning that's happened. So that just shows that yes, the flour has cooked nicely. Since this side was cooked nicely, the other side is not going to take you much time because you see my paratha is already moving freely. So now that means it's cooked. The only reason I'm leaving it like this for a while is because I want it to get brown now. So while the other side is browning, I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of oil. Not too much, and I'm going to spread it with my spade. You know, I don't like putting too much of oil. This will make it crisp as well as, you know, you're going to use less oil. And without oil, believe me, you won't enjoy the paratha as much. So now flip it over. You can see browning has happened here, taken place. Now a little oil on this side as well and spread it. If you feel that paratha is beginning to burn, you can lower down the heat as well. So I have lowered the heat a bit because you can see the smoke coming out of it. I don't want burnt paratha. So you see, now I'm going to turn it over again because I want a little more crisp on that side. And you can see a little bit, it will be even fluffing up while it's getting cooked. Yes, that's amazing. So now I'll show you the other side. See, now it's browned nicely on this side as well as this side. So now I'm going to take it off onto my plate, and yes, my paratha is ready to eat.